Hi everybody, this is Elia from the Teen and Youth Services Department at the Yuma County Library District, and today I'm going to talk to you about molecular gastronomy. Now, if you've never heard of molecular gastronomy, it's actually just a really fancy way of saying we're going to do some chemistry to some food, and we're going to come up with something really weird but really cool. And the cool weird thing that we are going to make today is edible water bottles. Water bottles you can actually eat. Actually, they're really more like giant edible bubbles. So stay tuned for this because it's going to get really fun in the kitchen out of items that you can get very easily.
First, let's go over what you'll need for this experiment. You'll want at least 2 large, deep bowls that you can mix in. A large serving spoon and a ladle, some measuring spoons and a measuring cup, an ice cube tray, and if you can get the kind that makes round ice, that'll work even better for this experiment. You'll also want plenty of hot but not boiling water and at least 2 cups of that. And of course, the 2 most important ingredients, which you can purchase online from restaurant supply stores or from Amazon, which are sodium alginate and calcium lactate. Now, both of these products are vegan and completely free of any animal products, so that's a nice bonus in case you don't want to use animal items. Once you have everything ready, you should start by mixing 1.5 teaspoons of calcium lactate into 2 cups of hot water until all of the powder has dissolved. Then, use your ladle to very carefully fill up your ice cube trays and pop them in the freezer for several hours until they are completely frozen. Once you have ice cubes, take a second bowl and combine 2 cups of room temperature water with 1 teaspoon of calcium lactate and mix it really well. Now, in order to make sure I get a very smooth mix, I'm going to use an immersion blender. You can also use a hand mixer or a whisk, but a very large spoon will work just fine. Just make sure you mix it really well and that there's no chunks of powder left in your mix. Let this second mix sit for a few minutes until all the air bubbles pop out of it, because this will make your bubbles smoother. Once this has happened, take one of your ice cubes out of the tray and plop it into the mixture. You should use your ladle to make sure the entire piece of ice is coated with this mixture. And as soon as the calcium lactate and sodium alginate touch each other, you should be able to see that a clear gelatin-like substance will start to form. You want to make sure that you let this sit for a few minutes and do not touch the mixture. It's going to be really hard for you to not touch the ice because you're going to want to check it and make sure that it's coated, but it's really important that you don't. I'm going to be bad and touch it so that I can show you how this bubble is already forming. But of course, touching it means I'm going to pop it. So unfortunately, this one is going to be destroyed because I want to show you how, as you can see here, there's already a small water pocket forming in the bubble. So if you don't touch it and let it sit, you should end up with a nice round bubble or a nice little pocket of jelly filled with liquid. Once the ice is fully melted, you can enjoy the spheres that you can take with you anywhere. You can eat them yourself, you can feed them to your pets, and you can take them anywhere on a hot day.
So now that you guys know how to make these awesome bubbles, there's all kinds of other fun food experiments that you can try to make a lot of great stuff that not only tastes really good, but is super fun and interesting to make. So make sure that you check out the books that we're about to feature here, and don't forget to follow us across all of our social media platforms so that you stay informed about everything that's going on for teens at the Yuma County Library District. See you next time. Bye.